Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. In today's video tutorial, I'm going to be walking you through step by step how to use the powerful AI technology called ChatGPT to write cover letters for remote jobs in order to, number one, help you get the job interview, and number two, actually land a job offer. So obviously, the remote job field is very, very competitive right now. There's thousands and thousands of remote jobs, and sometimes it can be difficult to sift through all of them and actually get a resume that will be seen by a hiring manager, right? Because a lot of these companies use what's called an ATS system, applicant tracking system, which is essentially an automated bot that will screen out qualified candidates. So, in order for you to actually get a job interview at the company you're interested in, you're going to want to make sure that number one, you have a compelling cover letter, and number two, your resume is well optimized. So, I've already made videos about this previously on my channel. You can check those out. I'll leave a few links in the description below. But in this video, we're specifically going to be looking at how to use ChatGPT, which is getting hundreds of millions of users in just the first month. I'm going to show you how to use it to write a cover letter. So, first of all, you're going to obviously want to come over to ChatGPT. It's just chat.openai.com. And you can simply type this, for example, write a compelling cover letter for a social media manager position at Google, just as an example. So if I ask it this to do this, it's going to take a few seconds and it's going to write the entire cover letter from start to finish in 5-10 seconds. Really, really fast, super easy to use. And then you can simply take this cover letter and apply for any job that you're interested in using their job board. So there it is. It just wrote an entire cover letter for a social media manager position at Google. And this is what it came up with. I'm excited to submit my application for a social media manager position at Google. With a passion for creative digital marketing, I'm confident in my ability to drive engagement, increase brand awareness, and optimize social media channels to their fullest potential. Now, obviously, you can just take this verbatim as is and use it to apply for pretty much any job that you're looking for. But I would recommend at least editing it a little bit because it could be better. But for the most part, you can pretty much use this cover letter to apply for any job. So I'm going to pull up another tab. This is no commute. So I highly recommend joining this Substack. You can just enter your email, subscribe, and then they'll send you remote jobs, hundreds and hundreds of remote jobs every single day, except on the weekends, every weekday. So highly recommend subscribing to this Substack. And if I click on this is remote jobs for March 18th, 2023, which was a few days ago. And as you can see here, there are literally hundreds and hundreds of remote jobs which you can apply for simply by clicking on the link. So I've actually already got a few pulled up right now. So let's just go over to here. And this is a remote job at a company called Protective. I don't really know what they do. So if I want to learn more about the company, I can simply click here and it will take me over to their website where I can read more about them and actually search for job listings through their website. Pretty easy. But in this case, I'm just going to use their job site right here. So I can easily apply for the job just by clicking on this button. But first, we want to make sure our resume is optimized. There's various tools you can use for this, which I've covered in previous videos. And also, we have a cover letter. If they ask for a cover letter, we're going to want to submit that, right? So all we have to do is scroll down to the job description or responsibilities right here. We've got qualifications, responsibilities, and a description of the job, right? So all I have to do is take this, copy and paste it, and basically just ask ChatGPT, write a compelling cover letter for And then what is the job about? Let's see. Actuary. Uh, I guess we can use this for an actuary position with the job description, right? And now we simply copy and paste in that job description. And now it's just going to take a few seconds. It's going to spit out an entire cover letter, which I can then use to apply for the job. Now, as you can see here, it's very similar to the posting up here, the cover letter here. So it's kind of repeating itself, but it's basically taking the job description right here and it's writing cover letter based on that. So that's pretty much all there is to it. And while it's writing the cover letter, I'm going to come over here and actually click on the apply for this job button and see if they're asking for a cover letter. If not, then we can submit our resume. And obviously you have to make sure that that is optimized with the keywords that they're looking for in order to actually land the job interview. This is one thing that a lot of people don't really understand. They just apply for jobs, but they never really take the time to optimize their resume. So they're never going to hear back from the hiring manager. And this is a very common problem. So this is what it came up with. This is the cover letter. And if I want to apply for this job with a cover letter, I'm obviously going to have to create the document. Luckily, I already have one saved. So I'm just going to come over here, scroll down to resume, and then upload this cover letter, right? And that's it. So now the cover letter is attached. You can also attach your LinkedIn profile, which I highly recommend. If you don't already have a LinkedIn profile, get on it as soon as possible because it is the largest professional network. And a lot of recruiters and hiring managers go straight to LinkedIn when they're looking for job candidates. So make sure to get on there if you're not already. And that's pretty much all there is to it. You have to fill out some more information and go through all of this, answer the questions. There's actually easier ways to apply for remote jobs directly from LinkedIn, which I'll show you in a few minutes here. But for this part, I just want to show you how to actually find the remote jobs using a website like No Commute. As you can see, there's literally hundreds and hundreds of jobs here. There's also one right here for Airbnb. It's like a consulting role. So if I'm interested in specifically working for Airbnb, which I am, then I would open up this and right away I can see that it's in India, right? So I don't really know if this is a fully remote job or I would have to work from India, which I obviously don't want to do. But if I wanted to apply, I can easily do that right here. It will take me to the job application and we can see that a cover letter is not required, but it's recommended, right? So you can upload your resume and then the cover letter as well. And obviously they're asking quite a few questions as well. If we want to find other open positions at Airbnb, we can come over to the all jobs right here and specifically look for remote roles, right? Looks like they don't have any available right now, but normally they do have remote jobs available. So once you submit the application, it usually takes a few days. Most likely you won't hear anything back because obviously it's a very, very competitive field. And if you don't have the qualifications, no amount of, making the perfect cover letter or resume is really gonna help all that much. So you obviously want to be applying for jobs that you're qualified for. Here's another one at WebFX. It's in the Philippines. It's a contract position. It looks like it's fully remote. Digital marketing data analyst. So if I want to create a cover letter for this, I can simply come down to the job description right here. And I can do the exact same thing, right? Write a compelling cover letter. And it's also important to train ChatGPT as well. Like I can give it a task or a command and say you are an expert in the field of remote work consulting, something like that, and helping people find remote jobs by optimizing their resume, right? And just give it a command, and this will actually, oh, that's not what I was expecting. So now it's actually writing another cover letter. That's not what I wanted it to do, so I'm just going to stop that for now. And let's tell it to write a compelling cover letter for, what was the position again? Digital marketing data analyst. For a digital marketing data analyst with following, job description, right? And just like that, it will start writing the cover letter from start to finish. Usually it starts out roughly the same. I'm excited to apply for the analyst position at your company. Here I would actually insert the name of the company. And it talks about expertise, previous roles, why you're interested in working for this company. And then it just ends with, thanks for considering my application. I'm excited about the opportunity to discuss my qualifications in more detail and look forward to hearing from you soon. So if I want to apply with this cover letter, I can come over to Google Docs and I can just create the cover letter and upload it when applying for this job at WebFX. So obviously, the more experience you have doing this, the more jobs that you apply for using this technique. I think the chances are pretty good that you're going to start hearing back from some of these companies and then schedule an interview and hopefully get the job offer, right? So this one's really short. I can just show you. I'm just going to attach the cover letter that I've already created. This is actually not the cover letter for this specific job, but it's very similar. And now I can just enter in my information here. And that's it. Submit application. So this one doesn't ask very many questions, which is always nice because sometimes they'll ask a lot of questions and you have to fill all that out. So now it just submitted the job application for this digital marketing data analyst at a company called WebFX. It'll usually take a few days to hear back. If they're not interested, they'll just reply with like a automated email that says, "Okay, yeah, you're not qualified for this job," and then that's it, right? But that's basically how to apply for remote jobs and use ChatGPT to write cover letters on your behalf. It's very, very powerful, right? Especially if you can train the AI to write a professional cover letter, and it only takes a few seconds versus writing one yourself for every different job, right? It's very time consuming. So that's where ChatGPT comes in. And last but not least, I want to show you how to apply for remote jobs directly from LinkedIn quickly and easily, right? Because filling out these applications is quite time consuming and it just takes quite a while, right? So if we want to do this on LinkedIn, we can come over to the Jobs tab in the upper right, and the bar up here, and then we can just hit enter. And here we can say, which country we want to be looking for remote jobs in. In this case, it's Thailand, where I'm based. And we're going to want to make sure to select remote right here. So select remote, and then also turn on the easy apply button. As you can see, you can turn on the easy apply button. So that brings it down to only 217 fully remote jobs based in Thailand, right? So here's one for employer branding consultant, part-time at a company called WorkVenture. If we want to find out more about WorkVenture, we can click here, and then it will take us to the company page on LinkedIn. So as you can see here, it's a staffing and recruiting company in Bangkok, and it looks like they've got quite a few followers. They have about 22 employees working for the company. And if I want to connect with this guy, for example, I can easily do so. I can connect with this guy if I want to. And it's really good to start building your network of people so that if you want to work for a company, you can simply just reach out to them, right? Rather than applying through their job site. But in this case, if I want to apply for this remote job, um, looks like I may already be connected with the, well, no, it's okay. If I want to connect with the CIO, the guy that's actually hiring for this role, I can do so here. And in this case, if I want to, this is the job description right here. These are my responsibilities. So I can easily, again, write a cover letter based on that job description, right? And come back over here and then just copy paste those responsibilities right here and come over here. Make sure to put it in quotes so it knows that that is the job description, right? And that's it. So now it's going to create a resume in a few seconds, not a resume, cover letter in a few seconds for that particular job description, right? And obviously you can fix this up. You can edit it as much or as little as you want. But I feel like using ChatGPT to write the cover letter is going to increase your chances of actually getting a job interview with a company because it automatically puts the keywords in here that you need when they're scanning resumes and cover letters. So I can easily apply with this cover letter for this particular job, right? And the nice thing about LinkedIn is I can, using this feature, Easy Apply, I can just click on the button and fill out a few simple things, upload my resume. In this case, they're not really looking for a cover letter. You can use your resume and just answer a few questions, right? How much experience do you have? And then submit the application. That's all there is to it. So as you can see, very easy to apply for remote jobs on LinkedIn. But again, you're going to want to make sure that your resume is well optimized for the keywords that they're looking for. And I've made video tutorials about this on my channel already, which you can check out. But yeah, so that's pretty much all there is to it. And then I can just start going through and applying for more remote jobs on LinkedIn. And let's say I'm looking for jobs that are worldwide. I can come up here and say worldwide instead of just Thailand. So that opens it up to the entire world. And now I've got 131,000 results. So much bigger pond to fish in. And like here's a company, social media manager at this company called GDAI. If I want to learn more about them, I can click to check out their company page and read more about what the job's about. And so that one is in London, but it sounds like it's fully remote. We can also read through here and see if it really is fully remote or they want you to come into the office. So for this one, I'm not entirely sure, but it probably says somewhere in here whether it's fully remote or not, right? And yeah, so that's the best way to start getting interviews at remote companies just by using ChatGPT to write cover letters for you. And as you can see, very, very easy to do and completely free. You don't have to hire some, resume writing coach or, remote job coach or whatever. You can just use ChatGPT. So thanks so much for watching this video tutorial. Please subscribe to the channel. And until next time, take care, stay safe. Peace from Thailand.